we like to introduce is the selection of seeds. So we started today. My course, the content outline is first is the basic background about the seeds itself, and second is the what is the seed selection. Third is the importance of seed selection, and the fourth is the criteria in the selection. We have also the different ear selection, seed selection, drying, shelling, seed cleaning and upgrading, seed treatment. And if you go for the standard and certification of seed, if you want to be a seed grower, and we can tackle that, the different corn types, and second to the last, the corn varieties and other sources of seeds. So the next slide will be the what is seeds. Seeds is, we all know that is a matured ovule. It consisting of an embryonic plant together with the stored food and also run by a protective coat. Actually, this is a anatomy of a certain seed. We have the endosperm where the food was stored, and the protection inside the whole seed is the outside the whole seed is the seed coat or the pericarp. We have also the cotyledon, the aleoron, coleoptile, and the plumule leaves, the shoot apical meristem, and the root apical meristem, and the foliarisa. So this is all the anatomy of a certain seeds of a corn. Next, we have the everything start with the seeds. A good seed should be have a viability. Viability means it's viable or it has a life, and it must be pure. No other seeds will be found in a good seeds, or you cannot find any kind of weeds or whatsoever. And the yield potential, and the qualities that make a seeds the foundation as an excellent crop based on Reyes 1979 should be the seed should be made available to the crop producer with the fertilizer and chemicals and pharmaceuticaries and equipment and improved technology among others, as Sibilia stated in 1982. As we go along, we have the what is seed selection. All farmers have determination or the farmer's method on selecting the appropriate varieties. You cannot be planted with a certain kind of corn without knowing your seeds selection. It is a tool. It is a tool because some of the variety of corn is being made locally based in some consideration. This location specific. You can find some variety of corn that will be planted in the high elevation, lower elevation, and different locational site. And we have also the what is the importance of seed selection? One, essential to the profitable production for the production system. The first step to getting the optimum stand. You should know the yield. Some other variety has 13 tons, 12 tons, depending on the NSIC registration or trials here in the Philippines. High quality seeds has a high varietal purity. High germination rate is very important, uniform size, and low foreign materials, no weeds and other crop seeds and little mechanical damage. That is one of the importance of seed selection. As next is the criteria in a selection seed. We aware to this because corn itself is a C2 or C3 crop. It's a high yielding, disease tolerant, insect tolerant, local adaptability, suitability to soil and local climate. Market demand is very important. If you want to go for feed corn, you should use some the quality of the seed to be selected. If you go for food like the boiled corn or a certain type of sweet corn, you can use all the sweetness and the other characteristic or agronomic characters to be suited for the market demand. Next is the maturity and airfield characteristic. Seeds, that is very important because as we go on, the maturity will be a tool for off-season production. Likewise, to minimize the intervention or the contamination of aflatoxin in the grains during reproductive stage of the corn, we have the husk cover, airfield characteristics. Next is the purity and germination. Most of the seeds has 3 to 4 years germination stock to be stocked in a avian condition. No? And we have also the source of seeds, the credibility of the source of seeds or the seeds grower. Okay. So ear selection and seed selection and drying. If you go for a breeding aspect as your livelihood, you should select the corn crop or ears with uniform size, uniform color, free from insect pests, free from disease damage, and you go on drying. The drying is done with two operations, drying in cubs without husk or drying in shield grain. Here in the Philippines, sun drying is done in a period of 2 to 3 days with continuous solar or 8 hours solar radiation, spreading the material evenly in the tiny concrete floor, plastic or canvas sheet or bamboo slab. So you just remember this one. If you go for a livelihood for seed production. This is an example of the halay-hay method. We use sun for drying. It is a suspended bundle of corn ear with a husk open to exposed internal rows. This is the halay-hay method. Next, we have the mechanical method using a backstrap dryer. But most of the seed company do not use this already. They use a air vent ventilated dryer. That is the new one. Corn grain are contained in the bin in a compartment and hot air forced to the corn grain mass until the desired moisture content attained the drying air temperature about 4.3 centigrade. These dryer are during wet season or cupping and it's done by for 6 hours. But we have a new one. Sorry for the not updating the new dryer. So we have the shelling. After drying, with around 18 or 13 or 14 MC, we have the shelling. Shelling is one of the vital steps in post-harvest. For seed production purposes, handle the grain with care. Manual shelling, the simplest method with bare hands, or the engine-driven corn sheller. It is a crushing type with a shelling drum and concave, as you see in our presentation. This is the a typical type of a corn sheller. If you have a small amount of crop to be harvested on your seed production, you can use your hand. Okay, and we have the other one. This is a new typical type of a corn sheller with a countdown substantial losses in your corn manual and other corn shelling method. It ensures the less grain leakage and kernel fissures as well as the presence of possible mycotoxin contamination through better shelling and minimize mechanical injury. So this was available in some post-harvest facility store. Okay. Next, one of the important things to do in if you go on production of being a seed grower or to conserve your grain for other uses or next planting. First is you clean the seed manually by winnowing. I think uh, winnowing, some old traditional way is using a natural air or wind, and but we have also the mechanical one. You use the blower or sheller to clean the seeds. Remove the damaged pest-infected seeds. Several machine used for cleaning and seed preparation by some research institution and companies. Okay? And after this, this is very important to remove the impurities. Okay? The next is we have the seed treatment. We can use the FPA recommended insecticide and fungicide to control the seed pest. The common insecticide for seed treatment we are using is the carbosulfan, carbofuran or furadan, the imidacloprid or the gaucho, the timextoxam or the pusher, and tidicarb or the larbin. So this is the new technology for seed coating to preserve the seeds against the insect or grain insect damage during storing. And we have also the different type of fungicide treatment, which is available to our uh, farm supply if you are needed this kind of different active ingredient, as stated in our presentation. So we have the application in the seed treatment because we are using the different poisonous material. And if you are using a poisonous material, you should do the label or the instruction to be followed. Mark the treated seed carefully. Do not use the treated seed for feed or food. So yung labeling is very important. Seed treatment was seed treated properly will last longer. Okay, second, the seed should have a moisture content of 13%. So you can attain this by efficient drying. First, clean the seed and keep them from dust or shock or weeds. Okay? Avoid inhaling the dust or fumes when treating the seeds. Treat seeds outdoor or in well-ventilated room. Use dust mats, handkerchief, or over your nose and mouth, and wash it with soapy water after all the operation. Stored unused chemical in a well-labeled closed container and put in a closed cabinet out of the reach of the children. We are dealing with a poison, and we must be careful to this operation. Read and follow the manufacturer direction on the label, and they are printed to protect you. So, as FPA recommended precaution for the doing this kind of seed treatment. And we go for the seed certification and standard. The agency mandated the BPI and SQCS to conduct seed testing and seed certification as an evidence by the tag or the SAP. If you are going to invest in this kind of livelihood, you should coordinate for the BPI and SQC for a certain certification and other types of training regarding the standard. Okay, this is the simple diagram where if you want to go for seed production, we can get the breeder seed in different breeding institution like Institute of Plant Breeding in Los Baños. If you have the breeder seed of corn, it comes directly from the plant breeder, and you could be given a foundation seed for growing from the breeder seeds. Then if you plant the foundation seed, it will go to the as a registered seed from the foundation seed. From registered, you go for a certified seed grown from either foundation or registered or certified seed. And if you want to market it, uh, you can use this kind of certified seeds. Yeah. Then followed by a good quality seed. This is the where for they can prepare it for next planting. But for the hybrid corn, you cannot do this because hybrid corn will be disintegrated during the F2 generation. So you can do this only for open pollinated variety corn or those native corn, which is you can use it for organic corn production system. Okay, so we have the field standard for OPB corn seed selection. We have the maximum plant permitted per 100 square meter of each seed class. And we have the different factors. The other varieties and of types, on a breeder, zero is the grading. In the foundation is acceptable with 5, registered is 6, and acceptable for certified is 8. And other crops, we have the breeder should be 0. Likewise, the foundation seed. But the registered seed is permitted with 2, and certified is permitted for 5. For other impurities like weeds, amaranthus, and any weed seeds, first, the breeder should be 0, the foundation should be 1, the registered should be 2, and the certified should be 3. If you are going to fast those standard, you have this kind of parameters on your uh, selected breeder seeds. If you are going to pursue for uh, seeds production. Okay, another standard for OPB corn selection, we have the impurity. The factors is purity. The breeder is 100% 99. Foundation is 99%, while the registered is 89 and the certified seed is 89. The inert matter should be 1 for the breeder seed, 1 for the foundation, registered is 2, and certified is 2. Other crop seeds, a maximum percentage should be all 0. Breeder up to certified. The weeds is all 0, and the other variety, maximum of number of grains per kilogram for breeder is 0, in foundation is 4, and registered is for 6, and certified is for 10. Okay, you should maintain the germination with a minimum percentage of 85%, but if you are decreasing, diminish it for almost 70 or 60, it cannot be fast. So the required moisture content should be all is 14% from breeder to certified. Okay, so the next slide will be our corn types. Corn types or kind of corn is different. As you see in our presentation, we have the fud corn, we have the popcorn, the plain corn, the dent corn, the soft or flour corn, and we have the sweet and waxy corn. So that is all the corn types. The corn variety is today is we have that what we call the genetically motivated crops or corn varieties. It is a variety, and inside in this kind of technology today, they are inserted a certain genetically modified corn inserted is the tribal 1AB gene from Bacillus thuringiensis or BT, comparing for a certain resistant in a specific insect pest, the Asiatic corn borer. And they inserted also another gene, the glyphosate tolerant for corn, is a genetically modified corn with CP4EPS-SPS gene comparing to the tolerance to the family of Roundup agricultural herbicide. Okay, this is a typical type of gene characteristic inserted to the VT corn, where if you want to apply a certain herbicide, especially the glyphosate, the weeds will die, but the corn will survive. Okay? And lastly, we have the stock trait product. Aside from the Asian corn borer and glyphosate tolerant gene inserted, we have the stock trait product. Genetically modified corn with 2 or more genes for insect resistance. Not only for corn borer, we have also the corn earworm and likewise the uh, corn grub or the soil-borne insect with the damage of they are damaging the root system of the corn. So we will tackle that as we go along to our presentation. Okay. Next is the list of GM corn transformation event approved for the propagation in the Philippines. So we have a different kind of event, the gene, the trade, the company, and the approved and the renewal. So this is under the regulatory department of the Bureau of Plant Industry in the registration of other country or other seed company for their GM corn products. So these are all the different company. We have the Syngenta Monsanto, and this is the different event from 2002 up to 2011. Okay, we have also the continuation of this, the list of NSIC approved GM corn hybrids from 2005 to 2009, and this is the different NSIC registration. All the imported seed or VT seeds should be undergo for NSIC registration as one of the regulatory function of the BPI. And they have the yield, the maturity days, and the corn type, and the release. Okay? So these are all the NSIC approved GM corn from 2005 and 2009. We have also the continuation of this. We have a different type of corn variety, insect registration, and from National Mindanao Luzon nationwide testing area. Okay. So we have the cost of GM corn. We are our topic for the 2 days is on feed corn. I'd like to remind you that it's very costly, but the technology in it is compensable. And a single trait, this is the retail cost of a GM corn seeds. The single trait event, the insect-resistant corn is amounting to the 9 kilogram per bag for 1 hectare and 18 kilogram bag per hectare. The cost is around almost 7,600 per bag per hectare. Okay? How the stock trait is the combination of insect resistant plus graphite tolerant corn is around almost 9,200 per hectare. And the pyramided stock trait is the sum of all those different traits is almost 9,600 bag per hectare. Today, okay, we have the next slides. Okay, we are now tackling the hybrid variety. Hybrid variety of corn is the first generation of two cross that involves two more inbred lines. Okay, significantly high yield compared to open pollinated variety. We are engaged on 6 to 8 metric tons per hectare, and seed cannot be used for the next planting. So that is the one of the dilemma of the hybrid seed, because the seeds from the F1 become the F2, it will be the genetic characters or agronomic characters will be segregate. I think there's a very limited yield, low yield, and the ununiform height of the corn when you plant the F2 seeds from the F1. The seed cost is almost lowered compared to the stock trait, but this is now only available to all glutinous corn, sweet corn, and other corn types with use of for food, not for feeds. So there's a lot of company introducing this kind of seeds. Next, we have the hybrid corn, which is available in Mindanao. Almost of the corn farmer in Mindanao is using hybrid, but I think today it was diminishing because of the infestation of Asian corn borer and other Fest occurring in hybrid corn compared to the genetic corn or the BT corn, which is tolerant for different kinds of in the 3 insect pests occurring to our corn. Okay, so this is not all. This is minimal to use during this time because the corn farmer is using the GMO corn seeds. Okay, and we have also the other different kind of variety uh, in Mindanao, mostly Mindanao, and in Luzon they are not using this kind of hybrid seeds in feed corn. Or mostly Mindanao in area. Okay, this is the other one, and there is the other different NSIC registration number. Okay, let's go for the open pollinated variety. If you have a sustainable corn production and engage on organic or organic based corn production, you can use the open pollinated variety. The open pollinated variety adapted the natural and manual selection to meet local conditions. But compared to GMO corn and hybrid, the yield is lowered. It's almost 3 to 5 metric tons per hectare. But luckily, you can save the seeds for the next planting. Not compared to other two I mentioned a while ago. The seeds can be saved or used for next planting. Okay? This must be lowered in terms of seed cost. And 20 kilogram per bag is around only 560 or around 700. Okay. So that is if you want to go for organic corn, organic based corn production, you can use the open pollinated variety of corn. Okay? And we have some of these. The list of approved OPB corn in 2000 to 2009, and mostly the varieties came from University of Southern Mindanao because they are corn eater. They are use corn, plain corn as their meal. They are not using more rice in Mindanao. They are using plain corn or corn grain for their meals. So mostly Mindanao region is eating this kind of variety of corn. So as you see in our presentation, all of the variety has coming from the University of Mindanao. Okay, so you can review this for more information. Next, we have also the other type, the Institute of Plant Breeding. They have also. If you want to sample this kind of variety as your alternative food or meal, aside from rice, you can use this corn seeds variety which is available in the Institute of Plant Breeding. You can vote there in a 1 kilo Greek corn. If you have you want to eat a low glycemic index cereals, you can use this as your uh, alternative meal for rice. Okay, and you can do this as a livelihood here in Luzon and other part of the Visayas. But mostly, Mindanao is a sole market of this kind of corn variety. Okay? So, there's some source of seed you are engaged for. We have the Pioneer, Monsanto, Syngenta, Bioseed, Danya Seed, and Metallics Life Services, Tropical Seed Genetic Science. They are all the life sciences or multinational sciences for hybrid and genetically motivated corn. And we have also the OPB. Most of the OPB is come from the breeding institution like UPLB, USM, and other research facilities of our government, the DA, RIAC, or CBR. And the other is the RPV station or BPI center. And we have also the accredited seed producer or local. And we have the farmers home seeds. So this is one of the very good example. If you have a organic seeds, you can preserve that and do from conservation. Okay. We have also the Avanta, Asian Hybrid, Biosciences layer, and the rest is the Vigos, Seed Development, Novartis, Genseed, Cornwall, BM Domingo and Company in Cagayan Valley, the IPB of UPLB in the Usmar. Okay? And that's all. If you have some question, please feel free to send to our chat box. Thank you.